Fish on the board, boys, on the board. Get in your boat, you go find them, and you figure out what you're gonna do for the next 8 hours. It's tough.
Addition of that fish puts you in first place. The rest of the field is unchanged.
Big fish, good fish.
Travis Land just caught back-to-back fish. His last one weighing 8 pounds, 2 ounces.
Holy moly.
Once again, it's not just about who can catch the most fish, it's about who can withstand the mental pressure that we put on them on the Elite Fishing League. Welcome to the Tidewater Boats Elite Fishing League, presented by Yamaha Outboards. Welcome to this Winning Ways episode. I'm Pat Malone, and this week, a recap, a review, a look back at Travis Land's impressive win at the Waterloo Rods Round Up.
We'd talked about this style of tournament for a few years and how we needed it in our sport. One day, show up, back your boat in, and go fish. That's good stuff. I mean, you don't have to worry about anybody knowing any more than you do about that location for that day.
Once again, 5 of the top anglers in the country showed up at a mystery destination. They were then escorted by the Louisiana State Police down to Grand Isle, the host facility for the 3 rounds of competition. Early the next morning would be this group's first chance at knowing exactly where they were going to be fishing.
I got an image from Pat Malone.
While it was in the same area, it wasn't the same waters as round number 1. Another curveball, a brand new set of circumstances, and a brand new body of water.
Historically, that area holds a lot of fish, not necessarily bigger fish. So I felt good about going there, finding fish, and getting to do what I like to do, sight fish. I know where I'm going, I know what I'm gonna do, I know where I'm gonna start anyway. We'll start off with some jig heads this morning. That's gonna be my tactic to start with. Rig one up weedless, rig one up not weedless. Second leg, Elite Fishing League. We left the boat ramp that morning, and in the back of my mind, I knew 1 or 2 of those areas that I'd been in had held some fish 2 years ago. We come around the first corner of the first pond that I wanted to look in, and I blow up a little wad of about 15 fish. I'm like, they're here. What time you got?
We got 1 minute and 20 seconds till line's in.
All that kind of stuff that we do normally weeks ahead of time, it's all out the water now. And you get in your boat, you go find them, and you figure out what you're gonna do for the next, 8 hours. It's tough. Being the first fish on the board would sure play into the minds of your competition.
Every time I get the boat up and get running, I start pushing fish, but I haven't seen any of them kind of up high in the water column yet. So that kind of tells me they're laying down in that mud.
When you get put in a new body of water, it's just a matter of covering ground and seeing where those fish are sitting. We were fortunate enough to have a lot of fish in our area, but they were finicky. Boy, these little boogers are a little bit spooky this morning. Ooh, there goes the school. I'm about 6. Fish on. Where I started fishing was kind of a deep water shelf, widgeon grass flat that fell off into a deep water shelf. And when I came around the corner, I blew up a big water fish, 25 fish. They probably want to be on this bank. They're a little farther off. I went up and I made a drift.
4 pounds, 6 ounces.
Got it. On the board, boys. Those fish I did bump up and they ate, but characteristically those smaller fish will do that. Let's keep going, see what happens. I knew there was some fish in that area. I could see them, I was pushing them, I could see them a little bit, but I was seeing them too late. I sure wish the sun was in my favor right now. Golly. West wind blowing into an east rising sun. And I made a hard decision. I said, look, I'm gonna go look around a little bit more and I'm gonna come back here when the sun gets right. I went and looked in several other areas and saw a few fish and fished a couple more banks. And fish! In the back of my mind, I keep wanting to go back there, and I know that I've got to be in for lunch for our midday break. I just told myself, look, wait till after midday break.
6 pounds, 5 ounces.
Yes, sir. Wait till the sun gets right, and then you go back over there and check them, see what they really were and how many were really there.
Born in the South, crafted with distinction, engineered to fish. Tidewater Boats has developed into the fastest growing marine brand. Pleasure fishing boats 18 to 32 feet. Whether you are on the water with family and friends or tournament fishing, Tidewater Boats. See a local dealer and pick out yours today. Tidewater Boats is the official boat of the Elite Redfish series.
At the pinnacle of super high output, 4-stroke outboard performance, you'll find Yamaha VMAX SHO, Yamaha's game-changing SHO technology. From exhilarating V6 models to the sleek inline 4s, there's a VMAX SHO for everything from bass to bonefish. It's an extended family of 4-strokes engineered for lightweight, inspiring performance, and rock-solid reliability. Discover VMAX SHO and elevate your expectations.
When you make your living on the water, you don't get rain delays. We trust Frog Togs to keep us out on the water and in the boat, even on wet and cold days. The all-new Pilot Pro series features maximum water holdout, industry-leading breathability, and zip-in liners for both jackets and bibs for those frosty mornings. And best of all, it provides rock-solid performance and function. So wear what the pros wear. Visit frogtogs.com to get your gear today.
Yeah, he spit it out all right. That's a 2-minute penalty for a release violation.
Oh, he wasn't below the gunnel?
No, sir.
I was fortunate enough only to break one rule yesterday. I threw into a group of fish and caught I think he was like 2 pounds. And in the back of my mind, I'm gonna get him off the hook, get your butt back up there and go catch one of the bigger ones. So I just kind of reached down and turned him loose. Well, I turned him loose this far above the gunnels. But, you know, then I just have to sit down. It makes it a tough day because you're trying to find fish, but we're in a new format, so try not to break any rules.
In the penalty box for the first time today. It's hard to do when I'm sitting here looking at a bunch of big fish.
Once again, it's not just about who can catch the most fish, it's about who can battle and who can withstand the mental, physical, and sometimes emotional pressure that we put on them on the Elite Fishing League.
Freddie Frederick, you're still in the lead with 11 pounds, 12 ounces.
All right.
Travis Land is trailing you by 1 pound, 1 ounce. He's at 10 pounds, 11 ounces. And Bill Coleman is in third, 3 pounds, 8 ounces. The remaining anglers have yet to score fish.
In a traditional tournament, you can only guess what everybody's doing. You know, we're up there, we're fishing, and we don't know till the day's over, till the weigh-in's over, normally. So, you know, I'm sitting there and we'll get a score tracker update, you know.
4 pounds, 5 ounces. Agreed?
4 or 5, agree. It's great to be on the board. It's great positive motivation for me. It's driving me to go catch more and see my number grow.
He caught a couple of fish and I caught a couple of fish, and then the guys below us, you know, they start catching fish.
6 pounds, 6 ounces. 6'6". You agree?
I agree.
That fish puts you in third, 6 pounds, 6 ounces. Travis Land's in second with 10 pounds, 11 ounces. Freddie Frederick's in first.
Tell me how far out of first stand. That's all I care about.
You are 9 pounds
Okay.
and 11 ounces.
I'm this fish out of first then.
We're into this deal, everybody's settling in, everybody's finding fish. Now we're all gonna start catching them. It plays in your mind, you don't wanna get too far behind. You don't wanna get 4, 5, 6 fish behind. If they catch one, you wanna make sure you catch 2.
Freddie's still in front at 16:01. That last fish moves you up to 15:13, less than a half a pound behind him.
10-4, closing the gap.
The biggest struggle I had was don't speed up because I like to fish slow. Don't make a mistake, and knowing what everybody else is doing just puts that much more pressure on you.
Got him.
I come around the corner and I see a fish in a cove off of a straight bank, and I look over and I can see a couple more coming to me. And the fish that in the cove, I think, had already felt the trolling motor and he was already spooked, he wouldn't eat. So I turned and threw it, 2 of those fish coming down the bank.
Don't weigh over, Big Daddy. We're looking for it right there. Look at that fish. What you want?
Fish is 8 pounds, 2 ounces.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Addition of that fish puts you in first place with 23 pounds, 15 ounces.
Travis is on the fish. I can hear the score tracker. He keeps giving me the updates. Travis goes 7, Travis goes 4, Travis goes 9.
Brings his total weight to 23 pounds, 15 ounces. Drops you to second place with 16 pounds, 1 ounce.
They found them. It's about that time. We're gonna make a move. We gotta go find some fish. Big fish on the trolling motor. Jeez.
I'm used to having a partner. You're used to having help. You know, that tower's not short. We're up there in the air. I can't fight a fish from the tower. It's against the rules. So I've got to get down from the tower every time I catch a fish and put it in the net. and handle the fish carefully and make sure the fish doesn't hit the bottom of the boat without being in the net. It takes a lot more steps. I got hung under the trolling motor one time. I got hung under the big motor one time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was blessed not to break either one of those off, you know, but there's just so much more that goes into it.
Fish is 5 pounds, 14 ounces.
Perfect.
First place, Travis Land with 29 pounds, 13 ounces.
Son of a gun.
Second place is Freddie Frederick with 16 pounds, 1 ounce.
29 pounds?
Yes, sir, 29 pounds, 13 ounces.
All right, that's the end of the first period. Saw one big wad of fish that I'm gonna check coming right back out of the end of the second period in that clear water. If that doesn't work, we're gonna come back to this dirty water.
When you make your living on the water, you don't get rain delays. We trust Frog Togs to keep us out on the water and in the boat, even on wet and cold days. The all-new Pilot Pro series features maximum water holdout, industry-leading breathability, and zip-in liners for both jackets and bibs for those frosty mornings. And best of all, it provides rock-solid performance and function. So wear what the pros wear. Visit frogtogs.com to get your gear today.
At the pinnacle of super high output, 4-stroke outboard performance, you'll find Yamaha VMAX SHO, Yamaha's game-changing SHO technology. From exhilarating V6 models to the sleek inline 4s, there's a VMAX SHO for everything from bass to bonefish. It's an extended family of 4-strokes engineered for lightweight, inspiring performance, and rock-solid reliability. Discover VMAX SHO and elevate your expectations.
Born in the South, crafted with distinction, engineered to fish. Tidewater Boats has developed into the fastest growing marine brand. Pleasure fishing boats 18 to 32 feet. Whether you are on the water with family and friends or tournament fishing, Tidewater Boats. See a local dealer and pick out yours today. Tidewater Boats is the official boat of the Elite Redfish series.
Welcome back to this episode of Winning Ways on the Tidewater Boats Elite Fishing League. Fishing Period 1 is in the books. The anglers have come in for their mandatory break and they're heading back out for Fishing Period 2. Travis Land enjoyed a dominant lead in Fishing Period 1, but as we all know, that can change with just one school of fish. The interesting part of Travis's pattern so far is many of the anglers are seeing good fish, 70, 80, maybe 100 fish, but they can't get them to bite. They're seeing those fish up close to the bank, really shallow. It looks like Travis has pulled off the bank, maybe as little as 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, and his fish are biting, while the other anglers, they're getting refusals. Let's go see what Travis does now in Fishing Period 2 on the Elite Fishing League.
We're starting the second period. I've got a little over 20 pounds. The gap is not big enough. You know, you're not gonna win in this style of tournament. These fish weigh 8 or 9 pounds all the time. You've got to get out in front a good ways if you wanna win one of these. And you got to stay and fish. And I've got to keep catching fish and the right fish to stay ahead of these guys.
This is that point we came by this morning, had all them fish on it. I don't see them here right now. Maybe they're around this corner. No, fish on.
You know, after the break, I almost went right back to the fish that I had left before. I told myself I wanted to check those deeper water fish that I saw early, that I couldn't see that well. They were on the point right where I'd left them. I blind cast to that point because I wanted to make a long cast and not spook them with the boat. Caught a 4-pounder.
Just caught a 4-pounder and got back up on the tower, and there's 2 big ones out here deep. It's hard to sit here when I know I got another game plan, but I got to check this. I know there's fish here.
In the back of my mind, something triggered, said, you know what? It's the middle of the day, the sun's up. These fish are pushing off the bank. They're getting out there in the middle. So I went back around and went further up. Same kind of scenario, same kind of water. Lo and behold, we come around a corner and there's 2 fish swimming at us.
Whole school of them, big ones too.
And there's the 914. You know, that's the kind of fish I want to be catching, right there.
I hope he's not too much of a whopper. There were some big ones in that group. Ooh, that's big nasty. That's old big nasty. Come to your daddy, come on. T-Paul and that man, where you at, partner? Yes, sir! Oh!
914.
Woo! You can't get much closer to 10 than that, boy! You can't get much closer to 10 than that!
When I made that second move after the break, I moved myself off of the bank and I positioned myself. Because of the sun, I could see the bank well, but I could still see off to the side. Those fish started popping up out there. And right after we hit the 914, man, we didn't go very far, 100 yards or so.
Got him, good one.
Then the energy started really pumping. Here they are. I got them found. I got a program together. Let's go get them.
Go that way. Where's my net, man? Oh, gosh.
9 pounds, 11 ounces. I had to look down to make sure I had him all the way off the ground.
That's almost better than Christmas. In Louisiana, we're not supposed to keep fish over 27 inches. So if this was a traditional tournament, I can't weigh that fish in. But in this tournament, there's no measuring. They can't weigh over 10, they can't weigh less than 3. So I got as close to 10 just about as I could. And I'm starting to step away from everybody. And I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna have to catch 3 10-pounders to catch me now.
Travis, that brings you up to 53.02. Frederick's still in second place.
Making the right decisions at the right time. I almost didn't come back over here because we got good fish on the other side, but man, I just happened to notice, and I've seen it before, those big overs, what I would call overs in another tournament, they'll be out there off the bank in groups like this. And I just, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, man, maybe they want to be in this deeper water. And there's more here. I can see one over here on the bank and I can see one over there on the bank, but I don't want to push up in here. Fish, good one. Here's where it's gonna get rowdy, right here. That's all right, I'd rather be up here anyway, come on. I'd rather fight your big butt from the front. Yes, sir. Come on.
Fish is 8 pounds, 14 ounces.
Heck yeah, slot fish with no spots, look at that. No, we got one spot on that side.
After I caught those 3 studs, in the back of my mind, I'm going, okay, they're here. You know what they want to do, you know where they want to be. The wind's picking up, the clouds are coming in. So I told myself I was just going to keep making the same drift, but go slow. Let those fish rise up out of the grass. You know, I was fishing about 4 foot of water with about 1.5 foot of grass on the bottom. And the water clarity was not good. Those fish had to rise above that grass for me to see them. And if I was drifting too fast or trolling motoring too fast, I would miss those fish. So I ended up the rest of the day fishing off the power pole most of the time. Power pole up, power pole down, stop and look. Power pole up, power pole down, stop and look.
These bigger fish are staying off the ledges of these wind-blown coves. I've never really fished like that before, but I just happened to pick up on what they were doing, and hopefully we can find some more.
Born in the South, crafted with distinction, engineered to fish, Tidewater Boats has developed into the fastest growing marine brand. Pleasure fishing boats 18 to 32 feet. Whether you are on the water with family and friends or tournament fishing, Tidewater Boats. See a local dealer and pick out yours today. Tidewater Boats is the official boat of the Elite Redfish series.
At the pinnacle of super high output, 4-stroke outboard performance, you'll find Yamaha VMAX SHO, Yamaha's game-changing SHO technology. From exhilarating V6 models to the sleek inline 4s, there's a VMAX SHO for everything from bass to bonefish. It's an extended family of 4-strokes engineered for lightweight, inspiring performance, and rock-solid reliability. Discover VMAX SHO and elevate your expectations.
When you make your living on the water, you don't get rain delays. We trust Frog Togs to keep us out on the water and in the boat, even on wet and cold days. The all-new Pilot Pro Series features maximum water holdout, industry-leading breathability, and zip-in liners for both jackets and bibs for those frosty mornings. And best of all, it provides rock-solid performance and function. So wear what the pros wear. Visit frogtogs.com to get your gear today.
Hi folks, I'm Pat Malone, host of the Elite Fishing League, and this is South Walton, Florida. South Walton is located on the northwest Florida panhandle along the Gulf of Mexico. South Walton is best known for its 26 miles of sugar white sand, turquoise water, and 16 unique beach neighborhoods. Family food and fun are just a few more reasons to choose South Walton, Florida as your vacation destination. Welcome back to the Tidewater Boats Elite Fishing League, presented by Yamaha Outboards, also brought to you by Frog Togs, McLean Trailers, and many other fine sponsors.
At one point in the afternoon, I had about a 30-pound lead. In our game, you can change that with 3 fish, maybe 4. Freddie had been behind me most of the day. They were struggling, I could tell from the score tracker.
Good fish. Didn't even look at it though.
But Bill Coleman came on strong. He caught 3 or 4 fish there, put himself ahead of Freddie.
Time to rock. Got a little something working for us now. That's a stud there, boys.
I'm in second place, and Freddie and I are jumping back and forth, and finally I catch 2 fish back to back. Pull away a little bit.
Got within 30 pounds or so of me, and you want to be as far ahead of everybody as you can get. When you see people start catching fish, in the back of your mind go, I better keep fishing hard, because these guys aren't going to quit.
Get you a little taste of that, Trav.
7 pounds, 15 ounces.
Let's go back and forth, toe to toe.
You know, I was fishing, when I say dirty water, it was a stained tea-colored water. So I'm keying on the smallest flashes, the smallest bait flicker. You know, I'm throwing at anything that looks different in the water, even if I don't see the fish. Sometimes those fish will come up and go down before I see them, but I'll see the wake. Well, I can cast in front of them. Anything that would move out there in the deep water, I was throwing at, even if I couldn't see the fish.
That was about 25. That's probably that school I saw this morning. A smaller fish, still not a bad fish. It's hard to leave these fish and go back to those fish that we were catching before lunch. I'm seeing schools now. Of course, when I saw fish over there, they were, you know, 3 and 4 in a group, but over here they're 15 to 20. This one might be over. Oh! He's too big anyway.
That's the way to look at it.
I caught the smaller one. There was a big one with him. I caught the smaller one, but that's all right. He's gonna measure. I retract that statement. Get in the net. Yes, sir. Just kind of keep banging on it. Don't let him catch up. Ow. Boy, these redfish are strong. I don't know a bass that would have bite you back.
7 pounds, 14 ounces.
Beautiful slot fish. Look at that gold color. They just don't get like that anywhere else.
Travis, it's 3 o'clock. You have an hour and a half left.
I think about 3 o'clock, it started to set in on me that, hey man, I'm far enough ahead now where they're gonna have to really put it on to catch me.
I may have moved back to where we ended the first period if they were catching more fish. But if I can continually just every drift, catch 1, catch 2, I'm good with it.
They're gonna have to really find the right fish. And the conditions kept getting tougher and tougher later in the day. And I knew with those tougher conditions, it was gonna be harder for them than it was earlier in the day. So about 3, in the back of my mind, I don't wanna think about it, but in the back of my mind, I'm going, I think I can do this. I think it's kind of starting to come together.
Got him! Golly! I don't know if it's him or the grass, but I got a lot of weight in this net. Let's see what we got here. We got us a big, old fatty.
8 pounds, 3 ounces.
Woo!
I got him.
I almost broke that fish off. Oh, he's ready to go. Look at him go. I'm just sitting here taking it all in, looking at some beautiful South Louisiana marsh. And we've caught some beautiful redfish today. And I can't be more happy and more blessed and more thrilled. To come out on top of guys like this, in this scenario, against these type of anglers, it's super special. You know, this is the first time this has ever been done. So to be able to come in this scenario without any help, not knowing where you're going, not knowing what you're going to throw, not knowing where you're going to fish, to beat this caliber of anglers in this scenario is super special. But in the back of my mind, I'm going, okay, this is the first leg. This is step 1. We still got the championship. I've qualified. Now let's go win the boat. Let's go win the big money.
Wow, another exciting round of fishing here on the Elite Fishing League. Travis Land hammers them 83 plus pounds on a day that was very tough to get the fish to cooperate and bite. We could see many of them Couldn't get them to eat. Travis figured it out, and congratulations. He takes home the top prize, and he punches his ticket to join Chance Angel at the Tidewater Boats Tour Championship. Coming up next week, this is the Frog Togs finale, the last of the qualifying rounds, and it's going to be an exciting showdown.
Whopper, whopper, whopper. That's a stud.
My name is Pat Malone. It's been great being with you, and we look forward to seeing you again when we get back together on the Elite Fishing League. Please visit EliteFishingLeague.com, and to catch more exciting video content, check out the Elite Fishing League on YouTube. Closed captioning provided by McLean Trailers, the official trailer of the Elite Fishing League.
McLean Trailers, the official trailer of the Elite Redfish Series. Check It Stick, the official measuring system of the Elite Redfish Series.